I can assign you some owner to it. Okay, in real time, if it is going to be a small program needs to be written, I'll make it as a small activity, and every activity I can assign resource 1, resource 2, resource 3 like this. So that is why we call it as a work breakdown structure. So any business process, make it into the smallest possible activity. The real theoretical definition what says the smallest possible activity which we need to split up, and that WS is to be part of our project plan. Okay, that is the WS. Okay. Yeah, you have any doubts on that, and then you can stop on that.
So what is QA plan?
What is the
QA plan?
QA plan? Quality assurance plan. Okay, quality assurance plan is very important point of it, where what we do is we prepare a test case. Okay, suppose you are going to the debit some money from the ATM. What we do, we will prepare a test cases. You go to the ATM, put your ATM card, you enter your PIN, and then enter the amount and come out. Okay, so entire process we put it in the Excel sheet and we do the testing. Okay, and if that testing, like sometimes what happens, the program is having issue, then after entering a PIN, it will say invalid PIN. Okay, it may be because of programming issue. So before delivering to the customer, we need to follow through all these test cases and see that your program is working properly. So that is where the quality assurance comes to the picture. So quality assurance is achieved through test cases which needs to be written for any particular program we are writing. That is a great plan.
I consider this as a project management session. Can you deliberate us what kind of research can be taken up by the faculties? For example, most of us rely on networks, image processing and so on. And in our point of view, we feel like our contribution towards software engineering is very important. This is the general thought we have. But as per your presentation, it seems that many chances of contributions are available from our faculty side in the research point of view.
Yes.
Can you categorize and can you streamline us even in the area where we can take it up as a broad research area and that will be helpful for faculties as well as for us.
See, for the faculties, I always suggest quality is the area where they can very well focus. Quality is a very vast area. There are unit cases. Okay, that is the integration test. Unit testing is nothing but if I am doing a piece of programming, I will do the testing that programming alone because I am responsible only for that particular program. But there are 4 programmers; they are also writing their own program. Okay, only for my program, I do my unit test, and if it is successful, I will tell my project manager I have done my job. Okay, this is the unit case. But the next step is the integration case. Integration is nothing but all the 4 programs are integrated together, and finally I give one input and see that 4 programs will do their desired job and I get the output. So this is the integration. This is across developers. Okay, so you need to have the integration test cases. Unit test cases are separate, and there is going to be integration test cases. Okay, and the third one we call it as a performance testing. What happens is your program as an individual, if you go into the ICICI bank, I am able to log in and debit money, credit money, it is working fine. But one single time, if there are 100 people are going to the ICICI bank website, whether the website is working or not. So that performance has to be tested. As an individual, if I work, it will go very fast. But if 100 people are logging into the same time into the application, definitely there will be some slog in the application response. So we need to do that performance testing. Because the customer will say that my application at single point of time, it may be accessed by 1,000 people or 2,000 people. They put some benchmark. It will be 3,000 people will access my application at any single point of time. Then we need to see that for 3,000 people, our performance is working good or not. So that is going to be performance cases. So in performance test cases also, there are a lot of tools. There is a load runner is there. Okay, there are testing tools which are available, and there are testing methodology which needs to be found. So these areas, I think the faculty people can explore more. Because there are a lot of improvements like application programming, even testing also. Day to day, there are a lot of improvements are coming up. So these areas, not even they have to depend on the IT services infrastructure. Even very less infrastructure itself, you can focus and bring up more value addition to the services company. Definitely. Okay, so The quality is one area I would say all that, very, very easy to penetrate, but at the same time there are a lot of things as to involve in that. Okay, that is one area. And with regard to the, yes, this is my feedback even when I'm doing a campus interview for many colleges, I find this. Many of the projects are only image processing or network related, okay? And real-time industry needs a services-oriented project, not on the networks or image processing. Yes, there are projects in image processing, but when you say the volume is more under services. Services in the sense, I told you about this business terminologies, right? We have to go for the financial services, like a banking projects, okay? Or we have to go for a manufacturing company and do the project. This is what most of the projects, it comes to the customer where we are doing a services. Okay, not on the image processing, very, very social media, which is only hardly 5% to 10% of the projects are real time, are oriented towards the network or network or process oriented, image oriented, all these services. Okay, so focus on, take some real time business process, give them as a programming, let them do some programs and give some kind of an output. So that is where the challenge is. Okay, so automate some business process, your real-time process, whatever the purchasing which is happening here, whatever the selling process we are doing it, or admission process, try to automate that process. That is where the industry is expecting. Okay, so that we can give it as a project to them, like third year or every year we can give to them, and you can expect what is the kind of an output. Okay, so this is the real-time we are expecting from the academic institutions. Any other questions you have? Now, there is no single company in the world where without a computer systems. Okay, even if you say a civil company, a small builder also, now they have a computer and they have some kind of an IT software system in place, which is not the case in it. See, when you say 10 or 15 years before, even the banking industry, you see everybody is doing a manual ledgering, all this. Now, everybody is having a laptop or a desktop in their business premises, whatever the business they have. It is not only in India, everywhere in the global world, it is becoming a computer systems. So when you say the systems, now you have to depend on IT professionals for either maintenance of their systems or developing a new systems. So that is happening. That is one area. And second thing, how the technology is driving today is there is an analytical phase. What is happening is in US. See, our automation of IT systems happened just 5 years before or 6 years before. But in US, which has happened more than 15 years before. Okay. Now, what Americans are expecting from us is there are around 10 years of data which is already there in the computers now. Everything is automated and the data is there in the computers. Now they want to go for an analytical processing. Okay. They want to see this based on my 10 years data, how my business is going to be in the future. They want to find out the forecasting. What is the trend? Because the data is there. Earlier it was in the manual books. You cannot go and search everything. Now everything is in the Oracle database or everything is in the SQL database. Okay? You do because of your analytical mind, you do the research on this and bring it some kind of a trends to me, saying that next 2 years this will be the pattern of my business. How my business can effectively utilize the past data and do the future prediction correctly. So that is we call it as an analytical industry. So analytics is becoming popular nowadays, very popular. Even most of the opportunities which comes in US is based on analytics. So we are learning a term called SMAC. Okay, SMAC stands for S stands for social, M stands for mobile, A stands for analytics, and C stands for cloud. Okay, so this is our mantra for this year. See, the SMAC is the one which is thriving as of today. Okay, these are all the industry. Social, your Facebook and lot of social medias. Without that, many people are not even living. So that is kind of a social media where the IT industry is. There are a lot of prospects are going on. See, one of the social requirement which comes from automobile company. Okay, so what they are saying is in the Facebook, what is the kind of a car they are liking. Based on this, they want to find out which will be the most preferable by the customer. So when you say the car, you like the driving or you like the fuel efficiency, all this. So their comments they are posting in Facebook, they want to take that out, do some analysis and come with the output of it. So that is where the social media is thriving. Okay, and the same way mobile. So everything now mobile application development. See, lot of things. See, that is another critical area, sir. See, even you can develop your mobile app, which you are the person which do it, and you don't need any company infrastructure or anything. For mobile app development, you yourself can do it. And there are a lot of apps are available in iOS and Android. Okay, and you can develop your own app. You can put it in iOS store or in Android store. You can get the revenue even. Some of the cases, people are getting revenues. Okay, when I went to the Power Engineering College, they told one particular person told me he has written a mobile app in Microsoft platform and put it there in the Sudoku person. He developed it as an app and put it in the Microsoft store.